go. Money talk.
Here comes the money.
I'm Charline.
And this is Matthew.
And welcome back to Lunch with the Finance Bunch. And we have with us in studio Daphne. And she's a comedian, and we're really learning the behind the scenes of comedy. It's not just a comedian up front, but there's a whole lot that goes on behind the scenes.
Absolutely. You got to be able to lay the groundwork.
Absolutely. And what I've heard you say throughout this is that you're about your money. Like, you make sure you count. And what I mean by that is, you said you didn't come to California broke. You had $10,000 that you saved.
I immediately joined SAG. I immediately joined AFTRA.
See? Because you had the money to do so.
$1,600. When I first came here, for about 3.5 years, I did background work, right? So within the first month that I moved out here, within a month, I joined AFTRA, which was $1,600. Made that back in 2 weeks. I remember I called the line one day at Central Casting. They said, have a job. They're looking for this body type as a body double. Didn't say what show it was on. Call us if you fit it. We'll book you. I fitted the casting. So I booked it. Got to set. It was a show house, which was a SAG show. The assistant director say, "Hey, are you SAG? Are SAG eligible?" I said no. He said, "Okay, I'll give you a voucher every single day.
Absolutely.
Until you're SAG. We'll bring you back for something." And they gave me 4 vouchers, and then I paid my money. That's where that $10,000 came in.
Absolutely.
Right.
And they
Join
want you to pay
SAG.
immediately, so you have to have it ready.
Join SAG, made that $2,300 back in a month.
See?
Because you go from making $8 an hour for non-union gigs to $18 an hour for union gigs.
Right.
So you're able to double that money, and then the overtime and the benefits and everything is much higher,
That's
right?
right.
So I did that, and I just always believe in just like people move out here to struggle. I mean, they could make it, but some of the people I know that's struggling before still struggling. It's like a hole. This place is too expensive to get out of that hole. You know what I mean? I moved out here with no baggage. With that being said, I didn't have a career. I didn't have a family. Didn't have kids. I didn't have anything that can kind of lock me down. You know, people want to move out here and they kind of already settled in another life, and then it just becomes harder and harder and harder, in my opinion, right?
Right.
But also, you just want to be financially ready, and that includes getting rid of a lot of vices.
Right.
I know people every day that don't have a car, but you smoke weed every day.
Absolutely. And if you saved up all that money, by the end of the year, for sure, you would have a whip, at least a hoopty.
Exactly.
You can
to get
afford a
around.
car monthly if you stop. I knew somebody spent $30 a day on weed. That's $900 a month.
Yeah.
It was always claiming you broke.
Shoo.
And like you said, that you have a drink every night in the club before you go on, or while you're on or socializing, and you buy somebody else a drink. That's $20, $10 a drink or more, times 2. Every night, and you saying, I'm broke, I'm not making any money at this, I can't afford to take acting
if you
classes
really
and
want to
this
drink
and
that much, get you a little what is it called, flask?
those flasks.
Oh, yes.
and keep it. I've seen comedians with those.
Yes.
And I'm thinking to myself, people can say what they want. I'm still looking at you like, yo, you might be an alcoholic, but low key, you smart enough to not pay those club. That's
Club
inflection.
prices.
Exactly.
And you perform it, and Hollywood clubs don't pay you no money,
Right.
except for the Laugh Factory.
Wow.
Shout out to the Laugh Factory.
Okay,
Shout out to
I
the Laugh
passed
Factory.
there. They pay. The rest of the clubs only want to give you $10 or nothing.
Or nothing. So you are literally surviving on your own for whatever you make outside of your craft.
Oh, I make everything in my craft.
Now you do. Or always, because you invested.
Always, because I used to see even when I was doing background, I consider that still making money in your craft. I'm still
Right.
attached to the industry.
Right.
I'm not going to a 9 to 5 at a hospital job or utilizing my chemistry degree and then working in a lab or something like that. I've always made all my money out of this industry, except for 2 years, I used to go to Vegas for the summer and work as a cocktail waitress. One year I worked at the Venetian Palazzo, and another year I worked at the Cosmopolitan. And I would go there for the summer, come back with probably like $7,000 or $8,000, and then I would be able to, because you make $12 an hour plus tips. And then if you work and you get out there and hustle, my mindset was I'm only gonna be here 3.5 months. I'm gonna get out here. You don't want your section. You don't want to do your section. Can I go through your section to get your slots? Yeah, you can. Yeah, girl, whatever. Because they done got comfortable.
Right.
Oh, okay. Can I go around your pit? Yeah, I'm gonna go on break real quick. I'm gonna be on a little. Okay, thank you. I'm gonna go around your pit. And hustled, had that mentality. Right. Poker rooms going around. They like, damn, you a good worker. I'm thinking myself, I'm only gonna be here 3.5 months. That's it. I'm gonna hustle. And I used to go down there and hustle. My mother lived there, so I would still have to pay my rent here. But then I was able to live with my mother for free for 3.5 months. Come back with that money, then collect unemployment. People gotta learn how to work this business.
Absolutely.
Like last year, the biggest month I had was like $20,000, right, in 1 month. That was from doing colleges, right?
Word.
Oh, we done already had some of those months this year. But, you got to learn how to work businesses. You got to invest in yourself.
Absolutely.
I knew a couple of friends that would kill on the college market. But to get started in the college market, you have to pay the application fees. I just paid application fees $570. But I look at it, if I book one college, I made my money back, which I charge $2,100 to come to a college unless I do a run, $1,500 a show. So I'm going to make that back.
Absolutely.
Right? But see, I got to invest in myself to get there, right?
Right. So you got to have the money to make the money.
It take money to make money.
That's
just
right.
life, right?
That's right.
Because if you get me on set and I'm not good, if I didn't take acting class, I believe in classes. People say, oh, no, you should have talent. You have to learn how to utilize that talent, right?
Absolutely.
You want a doctor working on you that didn't go to college?
Right.
No, thank you.
Absolutely.
Or didn't go to residency school
That's
and
right.
learn and learn from a real doctor? No, you wouldn't want that. I mean, is it possible somebody could still not do that and be good? Absolutely, but I don't want to.
But it slims the chances.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
you want to
so-
And I'm
stack
a
the
firm
deck in your
believer
favor.
in the expression that hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard.
Yeah.
Right.
And another thing, people don't utilize resources. When I was on set, I sat there and I talked to them old people.
Mm-hmm.
People that were in their 50s that been out here 20 years, never really made it, but did background work, but will give you resources to be successful if you listen.
Right.
They taught me unemployment. I didn't know what really unemployment was. Like, you know what I mean? Like, what is that? I've been on unemployment for 10 years because I make money, I don't make money. And long as you're not making money, if I don't make money this week, then I can collect my unemployment. I've heard people, I try to educate people on that. Well, I'm not taking nothing from the government. Do you know they take that out of every single check from the day you started working, unless you get a 1099? It comes out of every single check. And if you don't use it within a year, you lose it.
Absolutely.
So who's giving you anything for free?
Absolutely.
I remember when I first moved here, I got on food stamps. Don't go about how much money you brought here. It go how much money you bringing in a month.
That's right.
And a lot of people don't understand when you're not bringing nothing in, you're spending more out, right? Because see, okay, if I spend $2,000 a month, right? But I bring in $2,200 a month, right? I'm still got $200 saved up,
right?
But if I spend $2,200 a month and I don't got nothing coming in, you know how fast 10,000 would have went?
Absolutely, and you'll be in the hole before you know it.
My grandma, the first thing she did, good baby, we're gonna take you down here and get you some little food stamps.
Mm-hmm.
You damn right, I got on them. Mm-hmm. Right, because that's food. That's a certain amount of food. I knew. You utilize every resource. Okay. It's programs. The Actors Fund. They'll pay your rent for 1 month. You don't even have to have an eviction notice. You just have to be struggling. It's programs to help you out here. Learn from people.
Absolutely.
I know some other loopholes that I shouldn't say on camera, and I've educated people to help them get into certain things and stuff like that. It's festivals. Right? Mm-hmm. I don't want my name sprinkling around town. I want my name sprinkling around the country.
Absolutely.
Right? I set aside about $250 every year to submit to comedy festivals. Most of the time I don't get in. Submitted 4 years in a row, didn't get into ABFF. Got in that, and they don't charge you. Got in that year, got $5,000, right? Then I submit to other Laughing Skull. Then got an opportunity from there, and then set up, and then the people see you there from the biggest comedy festival. Just for it's all piggyback. Then people in little small cities are talking about Daphne. It's your name buzzing. You got to keep your name out here. You got to stay in the comedy club. I know people that are talented. You don't never hear about them.
That's right.
Nobody talking about you. I had to tell one friend, don't nobody talk about you. And I'm not trying to be mean. I'm only trying to say this now to motivate you, to maybe get up off your ass and get out there. People, I remember one thing that hurt me recently, which was the end of last year. This girl said I stole her jokes and I put them on Def Jam. I don't steal material from nowhere. I am so talented. You don't need to steal. I don't need to steal from nobody. Right. She said she was just a hater. Said I stole her jokes and I put them on Def Jam, which was true. And I told her, I said, if you felt like I stole your material, call me out on Facebook, call me out on Instagram, call me out on every social media network you're on. because I bet you nobody's going to believe you.
Right.
She said, you're nothing but a white comic with a black face. I grew up Nation of Islam.
Wow.
I was like, oh, I've never cooned
If you want to go there,
right?
absolutely.
But at the end of the day, it's so much going on that
That's
people
right.
that don't put in the work and get mad at you for putting in the work. I hear people say I'm lucky. I'm not lucky.
You work hard.
I just work harder than you.
Absolutely.
I'm talented, but I work hard.
Exactly.
Right? I don't make up any excuses. Rejection, okay. I hate it. I done been rejected so many times that when I get it, you think I'm just like, you lucky. No, I submitted 4 years in a row and didn't get it.
Exactly.
It's the one break that they see on social media, which is why social media is such, it's not real. So it's the 4,000 no's that people don't see. It's the one
4,000.
yes.
Whew, that's low
million.
numbers.
Right?
Oh, there, now you can get up to
That's
the
when the
millions.
million starts working.
Right. Oh my goodness. You know what? We learned so much from you about your field. I would love to invite you back to talk again when you have some more time. We'd love to follow you. Well, we are
got no
following you. And so you'll be working a lot, but if you can squeeze in the time to come back and see us again, please do.
Okay, thank you.
We really
For sure.
enjoyed
'Cause
this
one thing about Daphne
conversation.
Springs is she's definitely a hustler. That's for sure.
For sure. This is Charline.
that should be my outro song.
Right?
We got to add that in for sure.
Exactly. We will. Yes. So Daphne, please come back and see us again.
Okay, thanks for having me.
And what are your social media tags that people can follow you?
Yes.
Oh yeah, you can follow me. My name is Daphne Springs, so I'm on all social media and mostly at IAMDSPRINGS. IMD Springs. It's good to keep it consistent across the board. So
Absolutely. No
Whoosh.
confusion out there, y'all.
And I tell you what, she dropped a lot of tools and hints for people who are interested in coming into this field. And so listen back to this because she dropped a lot of knowledge. Thank you again.
Absolutely. Thank
I'm
you.
Charline. This is Lunch with the Finance Bunch. You can check us out on Tuesdays at noon on Dash Talk Radio. Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for tuning in to Lunch with the Finance Bunch. I'm your host, Miss Charline, on Dash Talk Radio.
Tuesdays at noon. I'm God's gift.